I have done videos before on Hacker's Keyboard, and it's a great little function that gives you a lot more ability to do things on a phone than otherwise you could. However, I found out a new one today. I'll explain what the situation is, and you can see the advantage of it. Normally, if you've got something on a phone, for example, this page I've got here, which is an alphabetical list of ways not to spend money, a web page that I created, and I want to scroll down the page, I can scroll down, and you'll notice as I'm scrolling down in the top right hand corner where this is video made by Jeff, the little pointers going down. This is because this is an extremely long page, right? You don't have many pages, but you can see I'm scrolling down, and to get to the bottom I'm going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. But regardless of that, I have to do all that, and when I get to the bottom, there's a lot of it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There's a lot of it, and this is the only way I can get to the bottom. Of course, if I was on a computer, that would be different. What I'd do is I'd just press the end key. However, I can't call up the end key. I have got an end key on the Hacker's Keyboard, but I can't call up the Hacker's Keyboard because there's no way to entering any text at this stage, right? I'm not entering text on a web page. Normally, you can only call up a keyboard when you're entering text. However, Hacker's Keyboard's got a way to overcome that, so I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to go down, go into settings, right? And this is on an Android phone, and this is Android 11 or whatever it is, don't know, 9 or 10, 11. System and languages, right? And this is the language and input, and I'm currently using Hacker's Keyboard, so I'll go into that. I could use a different keyboard, so I'm going to touch on virtual keyboards. I'm going to touch on Hacker's Keyboard. I've already got this installed. If you want to know how to install Hacker's Keyboard, I've done another video on that. So I'm going to Hacker's Keyboard. Now, one of the settings in Hacker's Keyboard, if I can find it somewhere down here, is word suggestions. Use permanent notification. This one here, use permanent notification. So I'm going to switch that on. What that says, as you says now, activate the keyboard by tapping the notifications. What does that mean? Well, let's just go back home and show you what the notifications. Notifications is you get from swiping down at the top of the screen on most Android phones. You'll notice there's one there that now says show Hacker's Keyboard. Select this to open the keyboard, disable in settings. So if I do that, the keyboard opens, even though I'm not typing in text. You don't type in text on the home screen. Okay, so I'll close that again, all right? I'll go back to where I was on that page there. I'm now at the bottom of this page, right down the bottom, as you can see with the little cursor over the bottom right-hand corner at the bottom. I don't want to go back to the top. I open up the keyboard, show the Hacker's Keyboard, go to the thing on Hacker's Keyboard, which is the FN key, which gives me extra things, and you'll notice I've got a key marked home and end and page down. If I press the home key, boom, I'm at the top of the page. I press the end key, boom, I'm at the bottom of the page. Home, end, home, end. A hell of a lot faster than scrolling. Of course, I've also got page up and page down, right? Home, end, all the normal functionality I'd have on a computer keyboard or an external keyboard. However, it gets one better than this. It gets one better than this. I'll just close this off and go into another screen so I can show you why it's one better. Quite often when I go into things, for example, I've got here a list of files, all right? Okay, quite often you've got a list of things. And once again, you scroll up and down. You scroll up and down. So I could use that function I showed you before to go from the top of it to the bottom of it. However, there's a function in all computer systems called incremental search. For example, let's say I want to go down and find something that started with the first thing that started with S, right down there. So rather than going through and scrolling down until I see the S's, especially if you've got, say, hundreds or thousands of these on a phone, right? What I do is call up the keyboard again, right? Okay, show Hacker's Keyboard, okay? Then I just press the S key. What happens? It jumps to the first one with S. If I press the W key, it jumps to the first one that starts with W. If I press the Z key, there's no Z's, so that's it. If I press the A key, right, there's no A's, okay? S key, back up to S again, right? If the first one starts with D for Daihatsu. So I was down the bottom, if I press D, it jumps to one called Daihatsu. so I don't have to scroll up and down. I can just key what I'm looking for and it will find it. That alternatively, I suppose I could have done search and just found it, but the keyboard's a hell of a lot faster than doing it that way. So that's the hacker's keyboard function, to have it so that you can call up the keyboard no matter where you are. All right, so if I go back here, I'm on the home screen, doesn't matter what screen I'm on. If I swipe down, I touch Show Hacker's Keyboard, the keyboard comes up, and then I can use the keyboard to do things that otherwise I couldn't do. If you want to know more, email me. Other than that, that's it. Bye.